Hey guys, what's going on? It's Orlando here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, what we're going to talk about is the Week 4 picks and predictions for this week's NFL coming up on Thursday and Sunday and Monday night. So, if you guys are interested and you guys like these type of videos, hit the like and subscribe. And welcome to the OP23 Sports Network. My name is Orlando, and let's hop into it. Here are our matchups. So, we're going to go from Thursday night to Sunday at 1 o'clock, then 4:05, 4:25, and Sunday night football and Monday night football. So here our first game is Cincinnati versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here I think it's a no-brainer in my opinion. I think the Bengals are going to get the win. I think it might be close going all the way to the third quarter, and I think the Bengals will just take over. The Bengals have been looking pretty good. They beat the Steelers last week. So I'm going to give them the win. They'll win by maybe 13. So I'm going to give them the score 33-20. Bengals get the win. To Sunday, we have our 1 o'clock games right here. We have the New York Jets versus the Tennessee Titans. Again, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Tennessee gets the win. Ryan Tannehill throws a great game. And I think Julio Jones and A.J. Brown have a good game, in my opinion. Maybe they get close to 100 yards and maybe a couple touchdowns. So, Tennessee gets the win, 30-17. Next game, Kansas City versus Philadelphia. Very fun game to watch, I think, because both teams are 1-2. They're kind of struggling right now. But I think Kansas City is kind of in a revenge mode. So, I'm going to give Kansas City the win. I think they don't blow them out, but I think Kansas City just gives them a good run. And I think the score will be 35-24. Kansas City gets the win. Next game up, we have the Carolina Panthers versus the Dallas Cowboys. Here, a very interesting game just because Carolina is 3-0. The Cowboys are 2-1. I think it's going to be a fun matchup because Dallas is playing fairly well. And Carolina, with that defense, it looks pretty good. So, I think it's going to be very competitive. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game as people think it is. I think it's going to be a last-minute field goal by the Dallas Cowboys just because their kicker is doing really well, so I'm going to give them the win, 17-14. Dallas gets the win. Next game, New Orleans Saints versus the New York Giants. Very fun game to watch, I think, just because both teams are kind of in that same area. But I think Jameis Winston will pull off with Alvin Kamara will get more touches. So I think the Saints get the win. I think it'll be 24-13. Saints get the win. That defense does well in New Orleans. Next game, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield versus Kirk Cousins. I think this will be interesting just because both teams are really good. I told y'all Minnesota is one of the best 1-2 teams out there. They are a good team. Believe it or not, they are one of the best teams right now. So I'm going to give Minnesota the win just because I think they are going to start pulling some more wins. I think they might go on a win streak in the next couple games. So I'm going to give Minnesota the win by like 1 point. I guarantee it's going to be 31-30. So, all right, let's hop into our next 1 o'clock games. We have the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. Here, I'm going to give Detroit their first win. I think Detroit has the players to get their first win. I think they are finally going to start figuring how to get more wins. So, I give Detroit the win by like 4 points. So I think it could be high scoring. I don't think defenses are a big factor right here. So I think the score is going to be 33-29 Detroit. Next game, we have the Houston Texans versus the Buffalo Bills. 1 o'clock game also. No brainer. Tyrod Taylor's not playing. Bills are going to get the win. Plain and simple. Bills, I think, are going to blow them out. I think they're going to score around 40 points. I think it's going to be Bills 42, Houston Texans 13. I really think that Bills are playing good. They're on a 2-game win streak. So I think Bills get the win. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Miami Dolphins. Here, I think it's a good game. I think Miami did put up a good game against the Raiders. Defensive-wise, it was a close game. Indianapolis, I just don't know. They just seem to keep struggling. I want to give the Colts the win just because I think they are going to finally get a win. But I'm going to give it to the Dolphins. I think it does come down to a field goal at the end. I think against like it was against the Raiders, they did not get the win. So I'm going to give the Dolphins the win 27-24. Next game, Washington football team versus the Atlanta Falcons. Very fun game to watch. High scoring game. Washington defense, I don't know what's going on there. Their defense looks shaky right now. Falcons, I think Matt Ryan does come out really good. I'm going to give the Falcons the win, in my opinion. I think they pull up the win. The score is going to be 35-30. Falcons win. 4 o'clock games, all NFC West right here. Seattle, San Francisco, and then Arizona versus the Rams. These are going to be interesting because these teams are now going to start playing each other. 3-0, 3-0, 2-1, 1-2. This is where it's going to be a big factor. So now we're going to go to Seattle versus San Francisco. Here, I'm going to give the win to Seattle because I think Russell Wilson and them are going to finally start fixing the problem. San Francisco did put up a good game against Green Bay, but I think Seattle is just going to come more prepared, and I think they will get the win. It's going to be very close. I think last-minute drive by 49ers, but Seattle's defense puts a stop to it. I think they win by 3 or maybe 5. So Seattle gets the win, and my score being 28-23. Next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams. Very fun game to watch, in my opinion. We have Matthew Stafford coming off a great game, and then you have Kyler Murray on the other side. I think this is going to be a good 3-0 matchup just because I think it's going to be very fun to watch. So, I think the Rams get the win, in my opinion. I think they start doing what they did against Tampa Bay. So, I think the score will be 35-28. I think it's going to be a touchdown coming to the end, and the Rams defense just has a great stop. So, right here, we got we have our 425 games right here. We have Pittsburgh versus Green Bay. Green Bay, coming off a win, they're going to carry that momentum, and they're going to keep staying strong. I think Pittsburgh, Ben looks old. He looks really old. He looks like he's not in it. That's just me. So, I think Green Bay pulls up the win. I think they give Pittsburgh a good run for their money. So, I think Green Bay gets the win 31-20. Next game, we have the Denver Broncos versus the Baltimore Ravens. Here, the Broncos are 3-0 versus the Ravens. They are 2-1. Here's the thing. I like Denver's defense. I think they'll look pretty good, but if they got to stop Lamar, and I don't think they can. Teddy Bridgewater is a good factor. He is going to be a good. Right here is going to test if the Broncos are as good as they think they are. So, I think Baltimore does get the win. I think Denver does put a good run up on it. I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be Broncos 20, then Baltimore 24. So I give the Ravens the win 24-20. The game of the week, probably the game of the year, Tampa Bay versus New England. Tom Brady versus Bill Belichick. Fun game. It's going to be the most watched game in history, I think. Just because it's like a divorced marriage, you could say. Tampa Bay coming off a loss last week against the Rams. New England coming off a loss against New Orleans. Both teams are going to be wanting to play. This is Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a good game to watch. I think Brady comes out firing. I think he does. He could also struggle, just because of the atmosphere in Foxborough. I think Mac Jones will have 2 touchdowns, maybe an interception. But I think the Bucs get the win. I think the Bucs outscore them really good. I think the Bucs win 38, Patriots 21. I think the defense starts coming alive. Bucs get the win. And Monday Night Football, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Very fun game. Raiders are 3-0, and the Chargers are 2-1. Here's the thing. They're in the same division. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I really think the Chargers are going to give the Raiders their first loss. The Raiders, I like the Raiders, but I just don't see them beating Justin Herbert. But if they do, it could be a back-and-forth game. So I want to pick the Raiders because I like them, but the Chargers I think are going to get the win. I think it's going to be 35-33. Or not. It can be vice versa. But I'm going to get the Chargers to win. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys like these types of videos. If you do, try to hit that like and subscribe for me. I will be back here next week with the next week 5 predictions. If you can, why don't you check out my other videos? If you like them, hit that like and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.